Hello, my tubies. It's me, Sheila True Love, here with you again. And today I want to talk to you about these stingy ASS men, these men who are cheap as all hell. And the reason why, anytime a man starts off being cheap and stingy, that's the way your whole relationship is going to end up. Trust and believe when I tell you. Like when you go out on a date with a character and he doesn't want to pay for the date, or he feels that we're going to do Dutch, you pay your share and I'll pay mine. Yeah, no. Yeah, really? Okay. Yeah. I'm like looking for a word of how to get out of this because that's so not going to happen. And if it does happen, it will only happen on the first date because there will not be a second date, you know? And I'm not saying that women are supposed to be gold diggers or what have you, but for the first 2 or 3 dates, that man, he's supposed to be not a guy, because we're not looking for a guy. We're not looking for a dusty. We're not looking for a nog. No, we're hoping that we're going to be sitting here with a man. A woman has her role and a man has his. So I'm going to be responding to my girl. She's my shero. Her name is Deborah Cooper. Please. She got a new video out on dating a cheap, penny pinching, stingy ASS man. Check. She's making my Sunday amazing. Anyway, I'm going to be responding to some of the things that she's saying along with some of the people that she's interviewing. I don't want to be like I'm biting off of her. Actually, that pisses me off with people. They be like, oh no, you got that from this person, you got that. Who cares? My personality and their personality is different. I don't care if I was to do everything verbatim. My personality is going to present it differently than the other person's personality because we're two different people. Because I've had people say stuff like that to me when I have used information from someone else. But the way I present it and the way they present it is two different ways. And if we're here to, let's keep it real. We're supposed to be here to help out our empaths and help out people who are being abused and help out people who are being taken advantage of. Who cares where it comes from? The point is, are we helping you? Are you in this to help people? Or are you in this to try to get subscribers and how many viewers and how many followers? No, I'm not in it for that. People could take my videos. They could use my videos. They could play me, do whatever the hell you want with me. As long as it's going to be reaching out to help people, I don't care what you use from my videos. I really don't. Use them. I actually, what did they say? The most important, the most biggest form of flattery is when someone wants to copy off of you. That's the highest epitome of flattery and the biggest compliment you can get. So for people sitting around here saying, oh no, you're just biting off of this, but no, I'm presenting it in my personality, the way I put it out there, So anyway, I'm going to be just listening to certain things, and I'm going to respond to what I heard some things from her channel, and I'm giving her the credit, Deborah Cooper. Okay, go to her channel, subscribe to her. I'm not trying to take anything from anybody. Like she made this comment that what is it about you women? You feel that if you don't go Dutch or if you insist that he be a man, that he's going to cut you off? He's going to not date you? What are you afraid of? Why is it that you don't insist on a man being a man? A man is a provider. A man is a leader. A man is a protector. If you want to start dating women, you have to show women that you could afford. You could afford to be with this woman. And yeah, I have my own money. I have my own job. That's what a lot of women will say. I don't need no man for his money. I don't either, sweetheart. I've been working since I was 15. I work in the legal profession, so trust me when I tell you, I have my own. At the same time, I'm not a man. And I'm not going to sit around here and emasculate a man from letting him be a man. Now, I have been out on dates where I have been with guys. I've been with nignogs. I've been with dusties. And then there's men. When I went with a man, I try to pay. I say, let me go, I tried that stunt. You know what men do? Men get offended. They be like, oh, no, 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 no. My mother raised me. My mother raised me this way. My mother raised me that way. And my father told me this and my dad taught me that. No, I don't let no woman pay on no date. They wouldn't even let me go in my pocket. So I had to say, okay, oh, all right. Oh, thank you. And I didn't mean to offend you. I had to apologize because they were actually offended. That's a man. But I would have to ask him, can I at least leave the tip? Okay? Or I know sometime I would say, well, if we're going to have drinks, I don't drink alcohol with men. But I will have like a pina colada that's a virgin. Or I like the strawberry daiquiris, that's a virgin without the alcohol. And then he'll have whatever he does. He's driving, so he don't usually drink. But I would say, well, can I at least take care of the drink? No. Okay, I'm going to insist on this, though. Excuse me. Please, sweetie. And don't take offense. Can I at least leave the tip? He might let me leave the tip. So then the waitress or the waiter, he'll get one hell of a tip. Because I'll leave like a $7 or $10 tip. Like that if I didn't have to pay for the meal. But when you're dealing with dusties and you're dealing with guys and boys, they want you to go half on the date. They want you to either pay for the date or they want to be like these cheap type of suckers want to do Netflix and chill. Or let's go for a walk in the park and all of this. Yeah, whatever, man. Personally, me, I am kind of done with the dinner type dates, dinner and all of that. I like to do things where we have activity. Like, let's go bowling. Let's go play billiards. I don't do pool very well. I'm not good at it. But let's go. They got that rock climbing type thing that you do. It's activity. Or let's take a dance class. Yeah. Or let's go to a sport, like they got a game. It could be a college game, Maybe you got a son or somebody in your family who's playing at the school and they got a game going on at the school on a Saturday. Let's go to that, where we can see each other having a good time, where we are free, because the dinner thing, that's kind of done. You got to sit out at this table. You got to ask questions to this person who you're a total stranger. Excuse me. I have the flu, so I'm kind of clogged a bit. But yeah, I prefer dates where it's activity. Let's go and do a pottery class. I got this pottery place and let him pay for the pottery. When we go bowling, let him buy your bowling shoes. Let him pay for the game. Let him, you're going to have some snacks. Maybe you have some popcorn and some sodas and he'll take care of that. And that's not all that expensive. Everything don't have to be about we got to go to Tavern on the Green or the Quilted Giraffe, even though Tavern on the Green is closed. But that's what it was when I was in the city. Windows of the World, all of that stuff. No, we don't have to do top notch like that. We could do something like as simple as, I don't know, there's a seminar going on. It costs $7 to get in or $5 to get in. It's like the Learning Annex. I love stuff like that. I love that. Let's go to Barnes and Nobles and he could buy you a book. I like stuff like that. I like educational dates. But anyway, and the latest thing that they have for dating, is called the escape room. That's a good date. Let him pay for that. You get inside this room, but make sure you don't go with him, just him alone. Maybe go on a double date with him and someone else. And you pay, and then you get inside this room and they lock you in and they have different clues. Like you look in the drawer, it'll tell you clue number 1, go to drawer number 2. And then it'll tell you, look in the vase for clue number 3. Those are freaking great dates. It's not like you got to sit here and I got to come up with 1,000 questions. Yeah, you want to get to know the person and you do. But that's why you go on the type of dates. You want to see what he's like in different environments. You want to see what he's like when it comes to being around other people. You want to see, like taking him to that escape room. What is his patience level like? There's so many different ways of dating these days because it's just great. You don't have to do just expensive dinners and constantly taking me to theaters and the freaking plays, the Broadway plays, even though I like those, by the way. I like concerts and I love plays and I want to go to the opera, and that's great. But anyway, we don't have to do that on date one. And then, like Deborah has brought out, you have a lot of these men who come out with this where you women, you want to be feminists, you want to be treated fairly, you want to be treated equal like men, blah, blah, blah. No, look, it's like, but you men, you still want us to treat you like a king. You still want us to rub your back. You still want the sex. You still want this. You still want that. You want me to, do my part, and you want me to do your part. So for me to ask you to just simply, for the first 3 dates, at least the first 3 dates, for you to take me out, and yeah, you pay. And regardless of the fact that you want to say, oh, you want to be a feminist, ain't got nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that. What does being a feminist and what they call feminists? Because women want an education. They feel that you're not supposed to want an education. What about this? They feel that women should not be allowed to vote because if you want to vote, you're a feminist. You want to work a job that I'm working and get paid the same money that I get. Keep in mind, we're doing the same exact work as this man. But they want the woman to say, you don't have to pay me what you pay him. You can pay me less. No, because if you demand the same pay, you're a feminist. Like Michelle Obama. She has traveled the world, as we all know. She has been to countries where women are not allowed an education. She said she was in shock when she saw how many countries that they don't want women with an education. Now, why wouldn't you want somebody to be educated? The same reason why in slavery times, they didn't want black people with an education. Why? Because they wanted to be able to abuse you, take advantage of you, and they wanted you to be a dumb, stupid dummy where you were not smart enough to speak up for yourself or stand up for yourself. Now, this is the same thing that you hear these men who complain about feminists. They don't want you to have no education. They don't want you to work a job and get paid the money that they're getting. They don't want you to be able to stand up for yourself. You're a woman. Are you stupid? You're not supposed to be voting. You're nothing but a mere woman. And if you want to vote, you are a feminist. That's what their complaints are, sweetheart. They don't want you to be able to have control over your own body. You sat up here and you got pregnant because of whatever reason. Some people have gotten pregnant from rape. They don't want you to be able to have an abortion, to have this rapist baby. We done sat up here. We used protection because we know that we already have a son and a daughter. We can't afford no more children, sweetie. And you agreed with me. That's why I'm on the pill. And guess what? The pill is not 100% effective. So now you got pregnant and you want to take the morning after pill. I'm for the morning after pill. I'm totally for the morning after. You made a mistake that day. Go to the store, go to your doctor, get the morning after pill, and that takes care of that. It don't have time to grow into a fetus. It don't have time for none of that. Or you get an abortion and you terminate this. That's the woman in her body. That's her issue between her and God. But because you won't let these nignogs, guys, control your body, you're a feminist. You know what? 99.9% of women in America are feminists, and they don't even know it. You're a feminist. But they want to sit up here and say, no, we're not paying for the date because you want to be feminist. You want to, whatever, kid. You know what? You won't be seeing Sheila True Love again. If I get at a date and I end up paying on this date, now that I'm more knowledgeable, because we're learning more now. We have the internet, thank God. Yeah, see if Sheila True Love pay for a date. I don't pay for dates. I don't pay for dates. I just don't. because that's emasculating a man. That's taking his penis and his testicles and you just chop them right off. And if he's a real man, he's going to insist that you don't pay. He's going to insist on that. He may let you leave the tip. That's if he's going to be nice, but all of this sitting around here being cheap and stingy and oh no, because when they're cheap and stingy when it comes to money, life has taught me that they're cheap and stingy emotionally. They're cheap and stingy with the sex. They're cheap and stingy with all areas of life. So if he comes out the gate and he starts off being cheap and stingy, honey, go, 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 go. You're going to be married to some man who you need certain things in the house and you want to try to turn a house into a home. That's going to take money. But he's so cheap and stingy, he want to cry about every little dollar. No, I've learned something about Sheila True Love after being with my ex-husband, Robert. That guy was cheap and stingy when it came to living right, when it came to doing the right things. But when it comes to prostitutes and drugs and whores and thoughts and transvestites, he would spend money like it was water. Like it was water. But when it comes to doing things for the home or educational things or things that was spiritual or decent, he was like, oh, I got bills to pay. Yeah? Well, while you out there with those prostitutes and all of those freaking, how you say, drug people, you got bills to pay then? How come you not stopping to say, you know what? I got bills to pay. I can't be doing... No, you don't care about you got bills to pay now. Or, I mean, when you're in that situation, you only want to come out with this nonsense when it comes to living right and doing right. So when you deal with a man who's cheap and stingy from the gate, life has taught me, and I'm hoping that it will teach you too. Jet. Dead that clown. Now, Deborah had this female who called in, and she was like, well, I think a man should keep his money in his pocket. She said, because look, he doesn't know you or what have you. So if you're going to do anything, like if we go into the park, you bring the bread, I'll bring the bologna. You bring the sodas, I'll bring the cups. This is what I call a dumb hoe. Sorry, don't mean to be rude. That's a dumb hoe. See, like Deborah said, check her out. Please check her out. Deborah Cooper is dating a cheap penny pinching, stingy ASS. She calls him a man. I call them a guy. So that's where we differ. No biggie. But anyway, she made it clear. This broad, she wants to be like a team player. She wants to give to a guy. Remember, this is the first date. We're not talking about you in a relationship with a guy. We're talking about a date. The first 3 dates. No, I'm not bringing no bologna while you bring that. While you bring the bread. Yeah, sure. Anyway, picture that with Sheila True Love. Anyway, talking about some goddamn. Oh my God, my stomach is starting to hurt. This is some crazy nonsense. But anyway, she wants to give a date husband privileges. You have a lot of women who are doing that. They're cooking for this man. They're doing all of this stuff for the man, the guy, the knick-knock. They're doing all of these things, giving him all the things that a wife should be giving to a husband. Now, when a man is dating a woman, he wants to show her that I can provide for you, babe. I'm going to show you by the way I date you. You can see that I could afford to, if we get serious, I can afford to, take care of you. Not that we need to be taken care of because we're making our own money. At the same time, a man, check out TD Jake, When a Man Loves a Woman. Check that out. He lets you know straight up and down from the gate. When a man loves a woman or he really wants this woman, he wants to provide for her. That's what it's called, being a man. That's just being a man, just like women. Women, it's natural for us to be nurturers. That's just being a woman. That's who we are. That's what we do. We nurture. We love. We massage. You want me to be submissive? You have to be one hell of a provider. You have to pay the cost to be the boss. Women are nurturers, men are providers. See how we each got our role? When he wants to prove to me that he can be a provider and that he can prove to me that he's a man. Okay, let's just take it from there. He wants to prove to you that he is a man. When you go on your first 2, 3, 4, I say up to 3 dates, yeah, let him take care of all that. All that. You ain't bringing no bread. You ain't bringing no bologna. You ain't no. Again, no. Just like I have to prove to you, he's going to talk to me. He's going to be saying something that bothers him. I'm going to show him how I can be a motivator. I can inspire him to great things. You know, I show him that I'm loving and I'm nurturing. That's what women do. I'm not going in my pocket because no woman should ever give a man money. You want money? He needs money and he's hurting for money. He needs to go to another dude. That's what he's supposed to do. He's never supposed to go to no woman, not his mother, not his sister, not his, especially the woman he's dating, or no. You go take a loan from the bank if you need to. You go borrow that money from one of your homeboys, another dude. You don't ask women or children for money. That's a man and not a guy and not a nignog. And women have got to learn to understand this. I'm going to do a part 2 on this. This is part 1. This is Sheila True Love, truly loving you. I could also use support on my ministry channel. It's called True Love Ministries. And I'm hoping that you can go over that way and build yourself up as well. You know, because spiritual food, just like physical food, you have to eat physical food to keep your body strong and to keep yourself strong. And that's the same thing when it comes to spiritual food. So that's why I created the True Love Ministries to help build you up on this physical level, what we're doing now. And then we have that spiritual side too that we also need. I love you so much. I really do. Until next time, bye for now.